Good morning. Very good morning. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. And today's topic, y'all should know what today's topic is, because if you follow me on Twitter, you definitely heard my rant, and it's literally about Rashad Bateman. Today's topic is about Rashad Bateman and John Harbaugh, and why I am so sick and tired of being sick and tired of this franchise, right? So, Bateman has now been ruled out for the season with Lil Frank's injury. That's not conjecture. That's not me saying I'm looking too much into the medical thing. No, that's what's reported. He will be out for the rest of the season with the Frank's injury. Mind you, I've said this previously. I said, hey, his injury most likely is catastrophic. It's probably going to keep him out for the rest of the year. Everyone told me I was tripping. Well, yeah, there goes that. So that's why I said Bateman and John Harbaugh, because John Harbaugh said that, he's going to be able to come back. Everything else, it wasn't that, it wasn't that bad. And as soon as all the crap hits the fan, it's, he's out for the rest of the season. And what makes this so egregious is that literally, we did nothing at the trade deadline. They knew, EDC, John Harbaugh, they knew that this guy's foot is done. He's our number one receiver. How has Lamar looked with him? How has Lamar looked without him? How has the offense looked with him? How has the offense looked without him? And you know what they said? They said, we got enough. Yo, have you ever watched the original Friday when the mother comes into the room with Smokey and she gives him money? She goes, go buy me some smokes. And then Smokey's like, this is $1. This ain't even enough. And she looks at him straight in the face and goes, make it enough. That's what they've done to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's like, hey, yo, I need weapons. You got weapons. What weapons? This ain't nowhere near enough. Make it enough. Yo! And I love the narratives that are being shaped about this. If Lamar Jackson's worth that money, he'll make it work. It's funny. It really is funny at this point. Literally, because it's like beating a dead horse, and then after you see that you beat the dead horse, you take a hammer to its carcass. Like, straight up. Because here's the thing. We've seen how Joe Burrow with 3 number ones look like without Chase. We've seen what Aaron Rodgers, a top 5 QB of all time, looks like without Devontae Adams. We saw what Tom Brady, the proverbial GOAT of football, right, looked like in New England before he got to the Buccaneers when they were devoid of weapons, right? We seen it. So this notion that, quarterbacks need weapons, even if they are a weapon themselves. They need it. This convoluted mindset that seems to be a disease that's running rampant in Baltimore culture needs to be cured, exercised. An incision needs to be made and cut that bad boy out. Because that's not even ignorance. That's not even negligence. That's you being crazy. Like, insane. You are looking at a QB, right? Think about this. I'm going to reiterate this. This guy has not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of the most difficult passes completed this season. And you took away his number 1 pass catcher from the wide receiver spot. And now his number 1 overall pass catcher from the tight end spot, it looks like they're going to miss multiple games. You remember, like, during the offseason, this seems to be, there has to be something going on with them and Lamar. Like, they're flexing, saying, if you want to win so bad, do it by yourself. Like, listen, no one's going to come on any app, any platform, any media devolved place of, that you get your media and say Duvernay is not a weapon. He is a weapon. He is. He's a good player. but he's not a great player, at least not yet. Bateman on a lot of teams that I would name would be the third or fourth receiver. Duve would be the third or fourth weapon on most teams right now. You're like, no, that's not true. Well, okay. If you want me to go down the list and do this, let's do it. Because I know how people are thinking. They're like, no, there's no way. Duve is so nice. Oh my God, he is nice. But he's not that guy. The guy that can literally change the way how you scheme or how you could play. If Duvernay is on Miami, it's either first, second, third, or fourth option. Okay. If Duvernay is on the 49ers, is he first, second, or third option? Or fourth option? Okay. If Duvernay is on the Bills, is he the third or fourth option? If Duvernay, I can keep going. I'm going to keep going. If Duvernay or even Bateman, healthy Bateman is on the Bengals, is he the third, fourth, or fifth target? Want me to keep going? If he's on the Chargers, is he first, second, third, or fourth option? If he goes to the Raiders, is he the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth option? You see where this is going? Huh? Like, yo, and that's the frustrating part. Let me keep going. Because sometimes common sense doesn't hit people the same way. So let me keep this going. If he's on Philly, is he the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth option? I'm telling you, like, we could keep going. It's not one team, it's multiple teams. Barring injury, listen, and that's why I have a problem with the Ravens. I don't care that you're going to come out and be like, oh, well, we don't value that spot. The league values that spot. That's like you said you don't value quarterbacks. Quarterbacks need weapons. So what you're theoretically saying is that we're not even trying to attract. Let's say for the sake of argument that you say, you know what, we're going to move past Lamar and we're going to try to draft a quarterback. Do you know what quarterbacks that can't do what Lamar Jackson can do on a day in, day out basis? They need weapons. So they're not going to try to come here because they're going to be devoid of talent, devoid of weapons. What is going to be your excuse then? What's your excuse now? You have none. You have exercised all your excuses. You're excused out. And it's so, hey, listen, man. Like, I'm never one of those people that wish for injury. I don't wish injuries on our rivals, our opponents. Rest up, Bateman. You get healthy, brother. You go, listen, I want Bateman to be 100% healthy so he can go make this money. Make this money. Take this money. Ain't no way you could take this from me. Straight up. That's what I want for him, bro. There's not a hating bone in my body. I would love to be wrong a lot, especially when it comes to this team. But I want Bateman to get everything he has worked his entire life to earn. But injuries happen. And now we'll never know for the last 2 years if he's a true number one. Right? We won't. And they knew. That's what, listen, even if you say, I'm all for the Ravens, purple flag, purple patrol, I got my badge, I got my baton, I got my squirt gun on my hip. You still have to admit that lying served no purpose. Even if you said, well, they probably lied to not seem desperate at the trade deadline, but nothing went through. There were no indications that they made any push for any offensive player. Straight defense. And it's every year it's like that. So for you guys, see, that's my problem too. Because there's a track record Right? There's a track record for their actions. There's a track record for all of their decisions. So people being like, oh, but they were probably doing it yesterday, they fall through. What happened the year before that? 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 Oh. Things happen. No. Negligence at its finest. Negligence is a heck of a drug. These guys are sniffing hardcore negligence. Woo! Whoa, John, did you oh man. Did you take a swing of this negligence? Oh my God, no. But did you take a swing of this insanity? Let me get one of those too. Let me go. Because that's what they're doing. They're high off their own product. Yo, straight up, bro. And listen, man. Didn't you hear Biggie Smalls? Have y'all listened to Biggie Smalls? He says, never dip in your own stash, bro. Y'all can, here's the thing. Y'all can sell other people on that, but don't dip in your own stash. That's what y'all is doing. Y'all some fiends. Man, bro. And I'm sitting here just thinking about we had so much opportunity. I want to remind people, Texans got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. I repeat, DeAndre Hopkins, I think for a third. It was a third or fourth. Not multiple, not a third and a fourth. Just one of them was a third or a fourth. And that's what they got him for. That's what they got him for, bruh. And everyone's like, oh, well, they probably didn't want to trade within the AFC. Man, go argue with somebody else with that. Because every single year, it's a miss. It's always a miss. And we look at each other and say, we love the team, but when is it going to stop? When is it going to get to a point to where we're looking at each other and being like, yo, we got to hold these guys accountable, right? I'm actually going to look up the trade, right, that happened, right? Because when he traded, listen, man, when he got, I'm telling you, man, it was crazy. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, you guys could have got DeAndre Hopkins and y'all didn't get him? Y'all didn't get him? And I'm sitting here trying to read through, and oh my God, I was right. It was a 4th round pick. Yo. Oh my God. It was a 4th round pick to the Cardinals for 2 more draft picks and David Johnson. Hey, yo. Listen, man. It's sickening. I'm telling you guys, it's sickening. Because what is your excuse? Listen, if I make a mistake in my evaluation, I'm not paid to do so. It's not even my job. How am I sitting here able to call things out better than an organization that is not making $10, $20, $30, $40, $100, $1,000? Everybody that's being employed by them is making hundreds of thousands of dollars yearly. And you guys can make this type big of mistakes? And I'm supposed to be cool with it? Jesus, God. Listen, look, man. No. I don't want to hear no excuses this year. None. I came into this season with the same notion. No excuses. If that defense doesn't hold, McDonald should be fired. If that defense doesn't hold and we get to a championship or the AFC championship goal, Harbaugh should be fired. And if our receiving core causes us to lose one of those big games, EDC should be fired. And I'm sorry. Listen, everybody's saying, oh, how are you wishing somebody to lose their job? If they lost their jobs today, they're set for the rest of their lives. What should we just do? Give them free money? They're paid to do a job. I do not want to hear, oh, but it makes total sense what they did, because it doesn't. It absolutely makes no sense. An 11-year-old playing Madden who loves running the ball with Barry Sanders in the backfield and probably traded for Walter Bateman still wouldn't be this negligent to the wide receiving core. Nobody would. Nobody would. You lost Hollywood Brown. You don't replace him. Even if you say you're not going to replace him in the draft, you make a trade. You make an aggressive trade because you have an MVP quarterback. You don't do that. You say, hey, we got more than enough with Bateman, Duve, and I think at the time it was DeMarcus, right? Okay, fine. Okay, let's go there. But even though Bateman's been hurt, he's healthy now. But if he gets hurt, we're crapped out. He gets hurt. Okay. Y'all know he's hurt. Okay, trade deadline's coming up. Let's see if we can make a move. Brandon Cooks is there. Let's see if we can make a move. Nah, we got enough. Duve is enough. DeMarcus Robinson is enough. We don't even have Mark Andrews. Everyone say, well, then we got Likely. Bro, if God forbid anything happens to Duve, what then? What then? We have literally went down to the players that are supposed to be our depth. You understand how that works? We are right now at our depth pieces. Duvernay is not a number 1 or number 2 receiver. He's a weapon. He's a weapon that can line up behind running back, and you got to use him creatively. But a straight cut number 1 or 2, that's not what he is. He's a great football player. And you're looking at Lamar saying, look, if you're nice and you want all this money, make it work. How selfish is that? Because if we had Joe Burrow, you wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say that. If we had Josh Allen, you wouldn't say that. If we had Patrick Mahomes, you wouldn't say that. If we had Aaron Rodgers, you wouldn't say that. If we had Tom Brady, you would not say that. If we had Justin Herbert, you would not say that. We've been clamoring for an athletic quarterback to have weapons for years. For years, they have not given them proper weapons. The only quarterback that got great weapons that was an athletic quarterback was later in his career, and that was Michael Vick when he went to Philly finally with Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, Shady McCoy, and that offense looked absolutely unstoppable, right? Then Philly said, once again, same Philadelphia Eagles said, let's do it again. Everyone's making fun of Jalen. They said he can't throw, all this other stuff. Let's build him a great O-line. Okay, check 1. Let's give him a great running back. Check 2. And let's give him not 1, but 2 great receivers. Check 3. 8-0. And look, I don't even think the Philadelphia Eagles are world beaters. I do not. If you look at who they've beaten, you're like, okay, I can see where they went 8. They've beat the teams they're supposed to beat. Literally. But make no mistake about it. This team has surrounded Jalen Hurts with talent. And Jalen Hurts, for as nice as he is, for as good as a player, and for as much as I wish he makes as much money as possible, he is not Lamar Demetrius Jackson. I'm sorry, he's just not. There are levels to this. That upper echelon of player, that's not him. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, they could do it with almost anybody around them. But what you do is you alleviate the pressure so they don't have to play hero ball week in, week out. It's common sense. That's the way how things are supposed to be. You guys making this assumption saying no, because he can, we're going to milk it for 17 games a season. It's asinine. Straight asinine. Now look, if you agree with it, that's fine. But you guys, whoever agreed with it, been agreeing with this team for the last 4 years, and you have been historically wrong. Historically wrong. Historically. Excuses are over, baby. You think October's done? Oh yeah, I think when this season comes through, if we don't end up where we need to go, it's going to be Halloween season all over again. I don't want to hear, what was Greg Roman's fault? I don't want to hear, it was McDonald's fault. I don't want to hear none of that. Pack your bags and go away. Straight up. And look, that was another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Look, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I'll forever be grateful for that. So thank you. Please remember, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and it was your boy Nitro with another episode of The Wunderkind Show. I'm out of here, guys. Y'all got to go. And y'all knows my slogan. Peace. And I'm out. Yeah.